Good morning, students. Welcome back to your computer class after your first terminal exam. So, today we are going to begin with Microsoft Access. So, first of all, we will see what is data manipulation. Data manipulation refers to the process of adjusting data to make it organized and easier to read. And for data manipulation we use DML, data manipulation language, which is the part of a SQL, structure query language. So data manipulation deals with the inserting, deleting and modifying data in a database. SQL is a domain specific language which is used for designing and manipulating data in the relational database management system. So it is particularly used in handling structured data, that is the data incorporating relation among entities and variables. Entities can be anything. So the main parts of SQLs are data definition language and data manipulation language. So data definition language is used to create the structure of the database, or simply we can say that to create the structure of the tables. Table in database is also called schema. So it simply deals with description of the database schema, or we can say database tables, and it is used to create and modify the structure of the database objects. Table is also one of the database objects. So we can say that data definition language is used to create the structure of the tables in the database. And here we have the commands which comes under the data definition language. First one is the create command. Create command is used to create the objects in the database. Alter command, it used to alters the structure of the database or the structure of the table. Drop command is used to delete the objects from the table or from the database. Rename command is used to rename objects of the database. And the second is data manipulation language. It is a part of the SQL, data manipulation language. So this language actually deals with the data in the database. So DML are of two types, procedural and declarative, or we can say non-procedural. So here are commands. Select command. Select command is used to retrieve the data from the database. Insert or insert into command is used to fill the data in the tables. Update command is used to modify the data within the table, and delete command is used to delete the records from the table. Now we will see how we can create a table in Microsoft Access. For this, open Access 2010. From here, select blank database, and here we can give the file name, or we can say the name of the database. By default it is database 2, so we will continue with this. And from here we can change the path, means at where we want to save this database. So here I am selecting desktop and click on the OK button. Now you can see this is the extension of the database, or we can say access file .accdb, which means access database. Now we will click on this create. So when we create a database, so here we can see a table, and by default its name is table 1, and now we are seeing this table in a datasheet view. So this view, datasheet view, is used to add data in the table. Okay, so when we click on this save button, we will get a save as dialog box. Here we can change the name of the table. For example, employee. Click on the OK. So now you can see here in this window, you can see that the name has been changed to employee. Now we will create the structure of this table employee. For this we will right click here and open this employee table in design view. So there are the two methods to open a database, open a table in design view. First one is the right click here, and from the context menu select design view, or from this design tab we can select the design view from this view drop down menu. Okay, select the table, go to the design tab, and under the views group click on this drop down, and from here we can select the design view. Okay, now in design view we will create the different fields name of the table. When we create a table, there is a built-in column whose name is ID and data type is auto number. So in every table there will be this ID column which can be used as primary key. Its data type is auto number. It means it automatically assign a integer value to the ID field. So this ID can be used as a primary key because it will contain all the unique values. So because we have created the employee table, so our fields name will be like emp name, means employee name. So here we will select the data type. So employee name is a string, means a text. So we will select its data type as text. Text is also the default data type of a field in a table. Employee ID. So employee ID is a number, therefore select the data type as number. Employee salary. Employee salary is again a number. Okay, so we have different data types: date and time, currency, auto number, boolean data type, yes or no, hyperlink to store the value of, or simply we can say to store the URL. So we have different data types. For salary we will select again number. So this area is called field grid pane, in which we see the field name, data type, and the additional description which we can give to remember that for what purpose we have created this column. So we can provide here additional description of the column. So all this area, this entire area is called field grid pane, and this area is called field properties pane, or we can simply field properties window. So we can give the additional, we can set the additional properties for these field names. Okay, now this is our structure of the table. We have created here three columns: employee name with data type text, employee ID data type number, and employee salary data type number, and there is a inbuilt field with name ID and its data type is auto number. Okay, now we will enter the data. To enter the data, we will open this table in datasheet view. Click here. So there is a message, you must first save the table. Because we have created a new structure, we will save it again. And now this is our datasheet view to enter our records. Okay, here the star sign means that this row is ready to receive data. Okay, employee name, Harjeet, employee ID 101, employee salary 20,000. Okay, now you can see the ID has automatically taken the value 1 because its data type is auto number, so it will take the value automatically in serial order 1 2 3 4 so on. Okay, second record, employee ID and employee salary 30,000. Now the third record, employee salary again 20,000. So we have entered 3 record in employees table of database 2. From here, save the table. Now we will set the primary key in this table. What is primary key? Primary key is a field or the set of fields that uniquely identifies the rows or records in a table. So we know that the values or the data of the primary key table is unique. It means it does not contain duplicate values. So in our this table, although all fields have different values, but still in next records employee name may be duplicated, employee salary may be duplicated, but employee ID will be unique, and this inbuilt column ID also contains unique values. So employee ID and this ID, anyone can be selected as our primary key. Okay, So open it in design view. Now by default this ID column is selected as primary key. Here you can see a key image. It means this column has been selected as a primary key. But we know that this employee ID, our this column employee ID, this can also be used as primary key. So to set it as primary key, go to the design tab and here select primary key from the tools group. Now this employee ID is our primary key. If we again want to change our primary key, select the ID column, right click here, select primary key. So there are two methods to set a primary key in a table. First one is through the context menu, right click here and from here select primary key, or after selecting the field, go to the design tab and from here we can set the primary key. So primary key is a toggle key. When we click once it is set, and when we click here it deselects. Okay, like on off. So in this way we can create a table in Microsoft Access and can set primary key according to our need. So in our next video we will create forms and reports. So this was all for today. Next we will do in our next video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.